Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another spanking episode.
अरे यार मार मत अपने आप को.
Sorry, Suchi, I was hoping for a little bit of pizzazz in the episode, but that has exactly collapsed completely. We are back, yes. Suchi the Great and
Hi,
Sudhi.
it's me,
Yes.
Suchi.
Look, Harpar, you have to remind yourself it's
And
me.
you are?
Sudhi.
Welcome to Hear It Here with Sudhi and Suchi. You are with us yet again, where you are going to get some more information about what's happening and what's cooking in Bollywood.
Fabulous, Suchi. So
Yeah.
you're going to be telling us about the fact that there is going to be a release.
Yes, guess what?
Right.
Fukre 3 is being made.
Okay.
Okay, don't say bad words.
I won't.
Okay, Fukre 3 is being made, and it stars, of course, Ali Fazal, Richa Chadda, Pulkit Samrat, Manjot.
He, I love.
He's very funny.
He,
huh?
I love.
Yeah. Manjot Singh and Varun Sharma.
Right,
Okay.
great.
And guess who else?
I don't know.
Pankaj Tripathi bhi hai usme.
Huh?
Pankaj Tripathi.
He is also there. Oh,
He
nice.
is also there in
That-
that one.
You're doing a fabulous Pankaj Tripathi.
You think?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's about Fukre 3.
Ah.
But we have some more news. And
Which is
that
what?
is about...
Which is about the fact that apparently there are two very big South films which are going to be released pan-India.
Mm-hmm.
So these are basically Suchi Triple R, which is now going to release.
Huh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
On the 25th of March, and Radhe Sham, which will be released 2 weeks earlier, which is going to be on the 11th of March. So now with this entire situation taking place, there is going to be a lot of clashes with cinema in terms of Bollywood releasing around the same dates.
Time, yeah.
So Bhool Bhulaiya was in one of that entire...
We will get two.
Was in that entire
Which stars
conundrum.
Karthik Aryan.
Yes, Dhamaka. Yeah, I'll never be able to forget that.
Okay.
It's seared like an impression on my brain. But anyway,
Yes.
so Bhool Bhulaiya 2, basically, Suchi, did not want to get caught in this entire clash of dates and everything with the release of these two South Indian, pan-India releases.
Yes.
So they have now pushed the release of their film, Bhool Bhulaiya 2, to 20th of May.
Guess what is also on 20th of May?
Talia. No, sorry, Alia.
No, not Alia.
Acha.
It's my wedding anniversary.
Arey lovely. So Talia was right.
Talia. So they decided to celebrate, I think, my 17th wedding anniversary. I won't be celebrating too much here, I think. I mean, 17 years, abhi kya celebration, yaar?
यार फिर भी
But
जरूरी है
nevertheless, yes. May 20th is when Bhool Bhulaiya 2. मैं भी भूल जाती थी that I'm married 17 years. Oh no. Anyway.
तुम्हारे शरीर में थोड़ा दर्द क्यों लगा मुझे? But anyway, हम उसके बारे में बात
अरे दर्द ही होता है. Anybody who talks about marriage will the pain. You shall feel the pain. Always. Speaking about stuff that is happening also to do with the South and Bollywood combined. Alia Bhatt. Talia for Alia. Wah. So Alia Bhatt has, of course, made a guest appearance, a cameo in RRR. Huh? Say your version of it is? Mine is okay. With Junior NTR.
Correct.
In that one. So apparently, I think he was quite impressed with her.
And I'm sure she was as well with him.
Yes, she probably was. And then, which has now led to Alia Bhatt actually starring in her first Telugu film.
Like a full-fledged, no cameo. This is going to be like a
Telugu film, and it is going to be directed by Kortala Siva.
Nice.
What's his name?
For getting that correct.
What's his name?
Whatever you said.
Kortala Siva. Yes.
Well done again.
So Alia, that will be Alia's next foray into Telugu cinema. Let us see how that
good. Godspeed to her, yeah, Suchi. But of course, now it's time, Suchi, as we always say, for that really special person to come on to the show. This person, by the way, is very close to Suchi's heart. Yes. They have worked together for a very long time. They collaborate fabulously well. And in a strange way, he does make Suchi cry. But in a good way. Please watch this.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another very special episode of Hear It Here with Suchi
and Sudhi.
Sorry. We have to get back to the focus of introducing a very special
suddenly
guest.
Why you decided to sing?
Sorry, because we have with us, yes, a man who is extremely talented, a very special talent, a person who I think embraces every form, every genre of music, Suchi.
Yeah.
And he has blown my mind ever since I have started hearing his music.
Yes.
And the one song which always comes to my mind is Kumar, which he did in Coke Studio. And I love that song. And of course, I'm talking about none other than the one, the only. 1, 2, 3, 4, Papon!
Also known as Angarag Mahanta, correct? Mahanta?
Yes.
Yes, also known as that. But somebody who I know for a long time now.
Very long time.
Who's as fantastic inside as he is outside. And we welcome you to hear it here, Papon.
Thank you, Suchi. Yes, as you said, long time, very long time actually.
Yes,
Very long time. I'm loving the balance in the frame, Suchi. You know,
see,
the guitar and there's
another
one guitar. Yes.
And then the dragonflies.
The dragonflies are going to yes.
So, Papon, how's it been? Let's start with the lockdown. How's it been for you as an artist?
Interesting. The good side I want to talk about is that we have all gone to a dark, not dark really, but tough side.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Yes.
The good side is that I got a lot of time forced to stay at home.
Yeah.
And not so much of no travel at all, in fact.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is where because to create stuff, I created a lot of music.
Yes.
In this time to create stuff, if I keep going up and down out of the city, go in and out, then sometimes you want to come chill again after your travels, and then again you are traveling. So here there was so much time that I did really create a lot of music.
Nice.
That's the good side of music. And also because of the internet, we could there are possibilities of putting out music from home or like that remotely.
Yeah.
So I was traveling a lot and I could make music, and I've actually created a lot of music, which I'm like, I don't know when kab niklega bahar, waiting for it.
But hoga. But of course, Papon, I mean, going back to, maybe your childhood and the journey, the beginning of this amazing, journey that you've had so far.
Now,
being the son, right, of Bihu Samrat, was that very overwhelming? I mean, in terms of your father, Khagen Mahanta, and when you were growing up, was it something where you were like overawed by this, or were you did you like embrace it, enjoy it?
Well, you're right. Actually, childhood was amazing. It was fun. My life has been so much fun because of my parents. They were fun people.
Nice.
Then they were musicians. So lots of travels, all those shows. All my life in green rooms and all of that, recording studios, Calcutta, HMV. But as you said, in school, people expect his son to sing something.
Yes.
And people only expect that, nothing else. People don't even ask me.
Chalo beta gao.
Chalo
beta gao.
Chalo. तुम्हारे को तो genetic pattern भी है. You cannot make an excuse.
Bas, so I actually didn't sing only in school. I was more known for my paintings in school, actually. I would sketch and paint.
Nice.
Yeah, so I didn't sing so much. And I would play the guitar a little bit and the harmonium in the hota tha na, chorus in school, function.
Right.
So 10 pretty girls standing, so I'll play the harmonium.
Nice.
Pretty girls are Papon.
Exactly.
Pretty girls, Papon. See, it has to be.
And of course, you harmonize the symphony. I mean, of course, I don't want to get into that. But yes.
You see.
So that, and that was it. But when I came off like some around 18, 20, when it's the time when you need to decide after your high school what you want to be. That's when I felt the pressure, actually. That's when it was like, is music my career? I had learned my music. I had learned my classical tabla, singing, everything. So was I being prepared for it? But thankfully, my parents, they never told me, go sing or come here, sing, or you have to sing.
Yes.
And they said, comes from a very humble background. He was also working as a station director, All India Radio.
Right.
To pay the regular bills, the regular money, the salary.
Yes.
So they said, पढ़ लिख के कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा, गाना,
Yeah.
So that was the thing. So I actually maybe overwhelmed, went away from music. I didn't want to do, and I started music and it was like very late when I was almost 30, maybe 30.
Oh,
That's when I started that's when I
Yeah.
thought I'll do music when I was already 30. I was like,
That's
also
amazing.
kuch samajh nahi aa raha hai, music hi kar leta hu. It was that.
Thankfully, Papon, seriously, thankfully that you
Yeah.
took that call.
Now, when is the first time you felt, you're saying you started late, but when is the first time you felt, wow, now this is adulation and I've actually made the right choice.
Right.
This is going to be good for me.
Right.
What was that moment for you?
See, when Suchi, I was in Delhi studying.
Hmm.
So I would do an odd job here and there, marketing, selling
Yes.
computer peripherals, selling printers, wearing a tie. I did that also a little bit.
Yes.
So while doing that, somehow I met some friends, musicians, started doing some jingles and stuff and, make some little money, stuff like that. So all this happened, and in this while of 7 years, maybe I kept going to the mountains and I get inspired. I create some tune.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll put them down, come back. I had a computer, try to arrange it, learning to produce. So after 7 years, my first album was Assamese album called Junaki Rati. So I put it out, and it took me 3 years to perform after that. But when people started writing about the album, the freshness of the sound, the seriousness of the melodies, everyone appreciated. I could see myself on newspapers and people talking about me. I'm like, oh, I'm still feeling the pressure. I'm not going on stage.
Right.
Because I was afraid to go to stage. I was like behind the scene, in the computer, in the studio, I make music fine, but to face people. But that's when I felt good, that I was like, wow, okay, so this is not because my parents made my life. I did it myself and it's working. And I love doing it and people are taking me seriously. I thought, this is it. I think I can slowly get there. So that's what.
I wanted to talk about that, Suchi. I mean, I think what you just said was so beautiful, Papon, a while back when you talked about your family, your initial bit with music. So once you had breached that point where you were no more overwhelmed, where you were now embracing this, you were enjoying it. So did you feel that you had now an interesting little new bond with your family in terms of for them to kind of work with you and give you interesting inputs and all of that? Then that new relationship, do you think that started to blossom or no?
Oh, well, it was all the same. Actually, trust me, my parents were so amazing human beings. Forget about how big they were musically in Assam and stuff. My mom, till she passed away last year, till then, Ma would be like, whenever I'll get an award or I'll get a big song or people will write a lot about me, she'll be like, Baba, it's enough, yeah. Don't do so much. The little is fine. You have reached where you have to reach. You don't have to keep doing this.
That's beautiful.
Take it easy. You have reached enough. You have reached far than you could have imagined. This is good enough. I mean, those are my parents. Okay, so
nice.
So nothing changed. Music, I only changed, as you said, was that I could see my father from, that happens. My son now, when he plays the piano sometimes on his own, I'm like, it just feels good.
Nice.
So,
yeah. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
I could see him, and he also went through that, right? He was shocked that I did a whole different genre with sounds and different electronic sounds, modern sounds. We had lots of discussions at times, and
that bonding started to take place.
Yeah, and he would non-imposingly, he would put his ideas across and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really, really nice that starting of a different, him, I saw a different person where he could get from the world, hear about me, good things, and then come and tell me, yet not tell me, but no, I could see that.
Always, a dad will always do that.
Now, in 2011, I think you probably, G&Q was a song that really, hit the mark. Number one, we're going to ask you to sing a little bit of that.
Please,
it's one of my favorite also.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then eventually Kumar also. And then there is Bulle also.
And then there is a song which me and Papon also did together. Okay. He won't remember anything, I'm sure, because it's still not released.
But Suchi,
Suchi made a song and we sang short and everything. The plan was to shoot it, and when we are both like 80 years old,
to reminisce about how we were, Papon, how we were. It might work. It might work.
Hath kaapte hue
Yeah,
Suchi
yeah.
mein gaana achhe
Yeah,
hote
yeah.
hain.
No. The video will be of us young, you see.
I know,
And we'll
yeah.
be sitting old watching it because that's how long it's taken to release. It's ready, but it will release. But before that, yeah, speaking of GAQ,
The octogenarian album.
when that song came to you, we're going to get you to sing a little bit of it. But when that song came to you, did you feel straight away that this one's definitely a winner?
Not really, Suchi, to be honest. What happened was my journey was never Bollywood, never playback.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't even know the greats of their great songs, but I never followed Bollywood. I never even thought I'll become a musician.
Because folk and classical was your background, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
Also, I never thought I'll become a musician. I thought it'll be like, ga lunga kabhi kabhi, you never know. And also, I followed from the Northeast. I followed like Pink Floyd. I followed Rush.
Yes, of course.
So I was in a different zone. I would have my band. If at all I make music, I'll make
What was the band though, by the way, Papon? Sorry, but what was the name of the band?
The one I started like with some friends was East India Company.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was a fusion electronic folk electronic.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when the song came to me, it was like this was my second song in Bollywood. First one was one little song which was my first ever Bollywood song. My first break to Bollywood would be Ankur Tiwari. They made a film called Let's Enjoy.
Yeah.
Medieval Pandits was doing the music.
Okay.
So we were in Delhi and they asked me for a song I composed, produced. That was my first Bollywood song.
Okay.
But I mean, that was a friend's movie. It was not even Bollywood.
Sure.
So this song came to me. I was like, okay, is this Bollywood calling me? I was not sure.
Yeah.
So it was not like this is this song. So it came to me. I was in Delhi, in fact, when Rohan Pritamda called me.
Yes.
And he sent me the song, and I was in a bedroom with all this was not there. It was like those egg trays,
Yeah. Those,
Right.
Soundproofing.
Sound
Of course.
acoustics, yeah.
But were those actually egg trays? Are they actually egg trays? I've always wondered. They are, right?
Exactly.
No, not always.
Yeah, not always.
Not always. Some people do. It was like cheap, and basically it was acoustics. It absorbs reflections.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So I sang from my bedroom and sent it.
Yeah.
And they liked it, and they said, "Oh, it's working." I was like, "Really?" And they said, "Okay, come over to Bombay, and we'll re-record it properly."
Yes.
So I was like, "Oh wow, okay." So then I came to Bombay. Stayed with a friend of mine, Gil, in Bandra, and went sang it. We recorded it, but somehow I couldn't create that magic I did in my bedroom, back in Delhi.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as I remember, we decided to keep most of that recording
Version.
because the moment was right.
Correct.
On my own. I still like recording on my own. I feel very nervous still going to a studio and seven people are saying seven different things.
Yeah.
I have to hear them. I have to connect to my soul. I have to sing, deliver mic. I like
But
singing.
it's amazing, Papon. Actually, what you've just touched upon is so interesting because it truly actually captures the journey of a musician, because each time you're making something, you're literally it's almost like the process of giving birth to something, and you wonder, and you want it to be the most personal experience.
Yes.
And cherish it and embrace it. I mean, I see that little twinkle in Suchi's eyes when I'm talking like this, because I think she also goes through that. So how difficult? I mean, obviously everyone's a professional now. Everyone is all of that. We've got access to so much of brilliant technology and equipment and stuff like that. But do you still feel that the soul of the music, as you just put it across, always stems from that personal experience?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I always say, if I know all the notes and the beats and the way how music is made, I could be making 10 songs a day. Why doesn't it happen then?
Correct. Correct.
So it is nature. I think it's nature. It's the moment which aapke zariye, you are a medium which comes out through you. And one day a song comes out, like you said, Kumar.
Yes.
It cannot come out.
God, that was so beautiful.
Yeah.
You cannot sit down and make it. Has to come to you.
वो कहते हैं ना सुची की आमद होती है ना पापन उस टाइम पे ऊपर वाले की आमद होती है.
It's like when I watched Abda Parveen in Pakistan.
Right.
Yeah, live in an open air. It was just like literally as if
she was
God
channeling the energy.
It just sounded exactly like she was channeling God.
Wow.
You can't. And I mean, I've heard that a lot in Papon's voice,
yes.
which we are going to hear right now. What do you want him to do? A little bit of Kumar, or you want
Kumar,
Okay,
please,
chalo,
sir.
Kumar. Yes, which is
Yeah, Kumar, actually, एक तो मैं हूँ बीमार, है ना? तो राइम हो गया, लेकिन it is true. I just came out of a serious cold.
मगर गाने का सोल है फिर भी बेकरार. हाय 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 हाय. Kumar and बेकरार. I thought I was just going ahead.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Sometimes I just give him this.
क्या हो रहा है अच्छा?
Not worry. Yeah.
Actually, I haven't sung it for a while with the guitar, so I'll try. If it goes wrong, I'll sing once more.
Yeah.
Salvatore Pellicci करवटे खसा धीमी आँच पे जैसे घुलता रहे महा धीमी आँच पे जैसे महका. मैं भूल ही गया.
अच्छा वो आप भूल गए. मैं तो रो रही हूँ.
Oh my God.
So sorry. I forgot the name.
We fold our hands and say thank you so much because Suchi has.
अरे Suchi, मैं
overwhelmed by that.
Suchi के लिए गा लेता हूँ फिर तुरंत मैं दूसरा वाला. ना आए हो ना आओगे मोल पे बुलाओगे न शाम की करारी चाय लबों से यूं मिलाओगे आज जाने करो हाय मर जाएंगे हम तो लुट जाएंगे हाय मर जाएंगे हम तो लुट जाएंगे ऐसी बात किया न करो जाने की जिद ना करो आज जाने की जिद ना करो.
मतलब पपन रोंटे यहाँ पे हड्डियां कांप गई हैं ये सुन के. भाई गॉड.
Yeah, my God, I'm using bad language also.
Oh my God. You know what, Papon? I just have to share this with you. This is the first time that Suchi has actually been overwhelmed. I have to
on
share
all our
that.
interviews.
On
Oh my
from
God.
all our interviews.
Yeah.
My God.
I wish I was there today together.
I know.
I really wish.
Papa, you're working. I mean, this song that you just sung, Jaane Ki Zidna, is bring me to the fact that you are working on a ghazal album, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
And are those originals or are they going to be covers?
Originals.
Originals, excellent.
And Suchi, we are writing with a whole different attitude. Like how ghazal writing was mostly, about in an era where, a lot of different suppression, depression, a lot of pain was way more intense in a way, maybe or romanticized. So here we are trying to come to where we are today, the young. So I want to connect to the young people, and I want ghazal to go to them. We have lived it.
Yeah, because they don't know what they're missing,
true.
frankly. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can, that's why I keep saying, if you can like John Mayer, or you can like Ed Sheeran, who also writes Nora Jones. That's all ghazal only for me.
Correct.
The way they
Correct.
That is so true. Yeah.
तो ये जो उर्दू की जो ये जो मजा है लिखने का, जो रदीफ काफिया, that meter, how that अदागिरी और वो अदायगी और क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जो रिजॉल्व होता है सेकंड लाइन में, जिससे खुद से निकलता है, वाह यार क्या बोला है.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I want to bring it. We are trying on. I don't want to immediately reveal who's writing.
Fair enough,
Yeah, that's fine.
And who's writing and all. So I know. So very excited. See, I'm looking like
you're beaming. But Papon,
Yeah.
it's interesting that you talked about this because you have been. I mean, you've sung some fabulous ghazals in the past. Of course, there have been, you've revived them.
And
There have
more
been covers,
recently,
right?
he's done on his Insta, etc. I was like stunned when he started doing Jagjit Singh, who is my favorite.
Yeah,
who is
again.
my absolute favorite. You had done some cover versions, remember? And I was like, wow, that's my favorite song. So it's amazing to know that an artist of today,
Is reviving that genre
which is
in a
great,
way.
that other people can understand.
Is that
sorry. Also, the attitude I was talking about writing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is that okay? I hope he'll excuse me. I'll just sing one line
Yes,
first time
please.
ever.
Yes.
Of
Wow.
which is not released.
This is an exclusive.
Yeah.
Writing is such that आजकल ऐसे नहीं होता कि तुम lamenting नहीं होता ना चले गए मैं बैठा हूँ नहीं.
Yeah.
It's like चले जा रहे हो क्या सच में बताओ क्योंकि मैं भी मैं भी
Please go,
सोच
Please.
yeah.
कब जा रहे हो?
अरे कब जा रहे हो?
So पहला जो शेर यार खफा हो जाना हमसे यार खफा हो जाना हमसे सच तो कहना बनता है तुम जैसों का हम जैसों के तुम जैसों का हम जैसों के दिल में रहना बनता
है
Wow, that's so
you nailed it,
That's
Papon. You
amazing.
nailed it in terms of the writing in itself.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just so contemporary, and I think people will just
It's
immediately be able to connect to it.
Yeah.
I hope so. The music is also sounding very interesting. We are not doing any. We can. It's like ghazal now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sound is different. So
when-
please help us when we come out and
Of
spread it.
course.
And
We'll be doing an exclusive with
Yes,
you, Papon, for
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely. No, and
yeah, okay.
how when you do different projects and they you get the recognition,
Yeah.
sometimes you don't get the recognition for something that has been so close to your heart. Yeah. How does an artist like you deal with that? Does it hamper your creative process for the next thing, or you say no, this was still part of my heart, I gave it my all, and now let me move on to something else? What is your attitude? Yeah.
The second one.
Yeah.
What's happened? The whole process is I mean this it's the process only that continuously we are trying to find a new melody, right?
Yeah.
A new song. So मैंने ये बना दिया हो गया. Now it's releases doesn't release is not the thing now, because now I mean Monday what do I do, or Thursday what do I do? I need to live another life, and then creating the song takes me to another life. I live a life, a whole thought, a whole story, and I can be another character imagining. Like last night I made a song which I wrote myself. So through that, so I'm living another life in this life while making
Sure.
Yes,
so I have to live another life it's like an addiction. You have to keep going to another world. So you keep creating. You don't think the song doesn't release.
And then
I keep खुद को ही अच्छा लग. I need to get goosebumps myself every now and then.
Nice.
That's the nasha, So
and speaking of creating, when I did this song with Papon, okay, I mean he's absolutely adorable. I had written it. It's called The Sad Song, and I had written it in English, okay. And then my music producer, he said, it'll be fabulous if we do this as a duet. And he said, wish list, Suchi Papon. What was his first name? And I said, you want me to ask him? And he said, what? You'll ask Papon? I said, yeah, ask him. Okay. And I called him up and I said, listen, there's this song and we're thinking of it being a duet. Nice. And we wanted to have a twist. So we'd like you to sing in Hindi, or basically first we asked him Hindi, and he said, what about making it interesting? Why don't I do it in Assamese and you do your bit in English? Beautiful. And it ended up just being him writing words according to what I had written. We shot a video as well, and that's another avatar of Papon. I saw his acting chops in that one, yes, which we will come to again. And it was this beautiful video about a couple who are together but not really together, and eventually, don't worry, before I'm 80, it will come out, so you all will get
I'm not, forget that. But, I just want a little teaser of the both of you doing this right now. I don't even remember. I mean, come on, man.
We will not remember.
I remember the Akhomya version also.
मैं तो ऐसे ही खुद के गाने याद नहीं रहते, so I don't think we can.
But it was just, I'm just saying, as an artist, to be able to relate to another artist just like that, and
Is
there's
fabulous.
no, and it's always been like that with Papon. I'm not praising you just because
And it has, I think, a
but
lot
it's
to do with the
exactly
energy, right?
to do with the energy. This is somebody who
You connect with.
encourages other artists, and it was absolutely brilliant. And as he said, he sat in his studio, he just sat there and he recorded it, and he sent me his vocals, and there was me and Ashish sitting there saying, do you know how lucky we are? I mean, it's ended up beautiful. Yeah, at some
That's
point,
amazing.
Yeah, seriously.
But coming to live music, Papon, I mean, that is something which I believe with your band at the early points in your life when you started to actually bloom as a singer and all of that. I think, I mean, again, like I said, Coke Studio, to me, when you were live, it just gave me goosebumps. It was a hair-raising experience. And I was just like, my God, I got to keep doing this. I wish I can see you live. And truly, if I want to say this, it's truly an honor that I'm actually speaking with you, because I've really had a lot of love for you as a person and the way you sing. So coming to this point today, you're doing Bollywood, you're doing folk, you're doing ghazals, you're experimenting, you're enjoying, you're foraying into a lot of other stuff. Would you want to go back to maybe a time again where you actually start just doing a lot of live, like a proper tour, where we have it, like Papon does India, for example, or Papon travels to Europe or whatever is like that. Does that excite you?
Yeah. I mean, but we do. We see, that's the main thing. We do a lot of live actually, because you're sitting in Bombay, maybe you don't get to know, but we do a lot of live. And
Sure.
if like for the last year and a half, we haven't done one single show.
Well,
And-
because of,
And the band we meet now and then just to eat and drink and chill, because we miss that. We love our live shows. Because I'm also a very live music person actually.
Sure.
So because I've seen that from my parents, it's just there in my DNA. When I'm singing, sometimes I say things on the stage. When I come back, my mom is like, "Why did you say that?" And my sister would be, "You shouldn't have maybe said it like that." I'm like, "Really? Did I say that?" I mean, sometimes I don't know what I say.
Because you're in a zone.
Yeah, in a zone.
You're in a zone. So we love that zone so much as a band, and I love that live energy. So if there's no live, then I think then it'll be sad, depressing. We're just waiting when live starts again.
For things to go back to,
Another avatar of Papon is, of course, the actor in Papon, right? Now, tell us a little bit about that. I don't know how many people know about that, but yes, tell
would
us
be
a little
amazing,
about,
yes.
Not really. I haven't acted much.
And don't give us a humble diplomatic answer.
No, this is honest. You go check it out on the internet. I did a TV series Doordarshan long back. That was one serious.
Yeah.
Right. What was the character you played?
It was college life, and I was an artist only in the.
Okay.
But yeah, very little psychic character. So intense. It was very intense, and that was one. Otherwise, I did a movie and then Suchi's video.
Right.
Yeah, acting. Yeah, boss. I tell you. Wow.
But I think if you see, everyone acts in life, right? I mean, in real life.
True.
And you don't have to say camera shot action. You are acting.
Oh my God, that's so true.
You are acting different characters, and it comes to you as in the scene is, right? When you're with your parents, you are a different character. When it's everyone, you're meeting a client, it's a different character.
Yes.
So I think anyone intelligent and who understands like nuances of emotions can act. Just that if it's a camera in front, it takes a while. It takes a while to kind of make it a backdrop and be yourself. And a subtle acting, so I would love to do something, but I haven't done anything. And these three things.
So you could actually do that right now. I mean, as you just said, we are all wearing masks all the time. And the ones that we remove don't really reveal who we are. Hi, kya line thi? But for a subtle situation, Papon, you can actually go ahead and tell us how brilliant the show is and how brilliant the both of us are.
If you really want to subtle acting,
really have to subtly act.
Now you can say, how.
Okay, to be if you really want that, and I see, I am a truth pixie.
Right. Nice.
Oh, sweet! I'll eat you up. Oh, truth pixie! How sweet! That's too cute.
with my two little kids, I get to know these things, watching movies with them.
That's like a phrase for a t-shirt. Perfect.
I'm a truth pixie. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, so
Yeah, no, honestly, because Suchi, I know as a person, as everything, she's like almost inside out the same actually. And the good thing is been this like for a while. She's only 22, I know, but all these 22 years.
Yeah. Well done,
that was
Papon.
damn good acting. Yeah, look, yeah.
That was well done.
Yeah. But all these 22 years I know her, she's been the same. See, I think real people don't change at all.
That is true.
That's good. Yeah.
And also what comes across your expression, maybe singing, acting, whatever, mostly I think singing. She's saying, if you're not honest deep inside, if you're not real deep inside, or अंदर से कुछ और हो, मुझे लगता है आपको आवाज में वो सच्चाई पता लग जाता है कि है कि नहीं. Somehow I feel like that, Maybe someone can fake it well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then you, I mean, I haven't met you so much, but you listen to Kumar and the way you're asking questions, you're here. So you both are real. I so love such people, and we must meet soon.
Yes,
oh
absolutely.
Wow, that's going to be amazing.
And I mean it, but let's meet if you guys are now.
That's long overdue, Papon. It's really
come home. I have a studio at home. We can jam.
I also used to play the drums, Papon, so if that helps during the meeting.
No wonder you picked up Kumar.
But no, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here on Hear It Here, Papon. I mean, thank you so much for your time. Yeah, it's been
It's
really,
just
really
been
brilliant.
beautiful. It's
Really,
just been
really brilliant.
so heartwarming speaking with you.
Completely.
Thank you so much.
On the way out, though, one of anything else that you would like to sing?
You okay? I don't know what that is. There's another guitar.
Guitars do you own? I want to know altogether.
I don't own. I was given, so they stay with me.
Nice.
Few.
Yeah, we can see.
Not really.
I love
so,
it.
आप बताओ क्या गाओ?
But you want to do do you want to do a come on, so many of your songs have Papon. Anything else, which is the big one from the films?
One folk song.
Yeah, why not? Yes,
for
of
sure.
course.
I did this in Coke Studio. It's a tea garden song. And it's the song basically the guy is asking the girl, आपका खुपा
The bun.
किसने बनाया? She said ननद ने बनाया. And he said आपको नजर कौन लगा रहा है? She said देवर. And so people are so chilled out, in villages.
Yeah.
True.
So real, no pretension, almost, So that's
They're
how.
all truth pixies.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful dance song. Kitsuke bandite lai hilogi kuba haire. Kitsuke bandite lai hilogi kuba haire. Okay, toke nozuri lagai. Okay, toke nozuri lagai. Hey Vrindavan, oh hare rasokhi toke nozuri lagai. Hey Vrindavan roso lagai.
Wow.
Thank you,
nice.
Papon. Thank you, man.
Amazing.
Amazing.
So nice.
Amazing.
Lovely to have you here. We're going to have you back really soon.
Really,
as soon
really
as your
soon.
album is ready, you're going to be right back
We're
here.
going to be
singing
back
for
with
us.
you for an exclusive.
Thank
One
you.
will sit together and do.
Yes. No, but
absolutely.
before that, we'll all meet up. We'll meet
Yeah,
up
we
for sure.
have
on
to.
my terrace, Papon, long overdue.
We have
Okay, on your terrace, on my balcony also.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay, two places. Lots and lots, sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Papa.
Bye.
Hear It Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
How much I was crying, yeah. This
But
Papon,
wow,
yaar.
Suchi.
Oh my God, yeah. What a voice.
मतलब
Oof.
कहाँ से मतलब जिसे कहते हैं ना आमद ऊपर से there is always a
Yeah, there's
blessing
always
whenever
something. Yeah,
he
there's
sings.
literally like
He's
a child.
connected with the light in a way.
Totally. Wonderful to have Papon.
And I really can't
on the
wait to release the release of his ghazal album, Suchi, which he has been working on during the lockdown and everything.
I'm dying to sing one more ghazal with him.
Would be nice.
We shall do one soon. Nevertheless, we shall now get back to what's happening in Bollywood.
So let's do that. Why are you shy?
Bollywood की बातें करें तो Akshay Kumar is definitely not far behind because he is everywhere all the time in Bollywood.
But honestly, Suchi, it is amazing. The man's work ethic is crazy, man.
You know, during the lockdown, I think he was the only actor who was
probably
around
working.
The clock.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, totally. Now, there are quite a few more offerings from Akshay Kumar which are coming our way. Of course, we had Bell Bottom, we had Suryavanshi, which did rather well.
Yeah. That was a theatrical release.
Yes. All of that.
Atrangi Re.
Yeah, which did well on the OTT platform as well. And
Prithviraj and Ram Setu, Suchi.
Prithviraj, Ram Setu are two more films of his that are coming up. Raksha Bandhan, Nishan Cinderella.
Correct.
Okay, another two. You know, I mean, we go out of names here when it comes to Akshay Kumar. It's like every week.
But is it correct, Suchi, that he actually did complete like 6 films during the lockdown?
Yeah.
He did, right?
He did, and he's announcing some more.
And he's going to be doing that.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, way to go, Akshay Kumar, because, you know, seriously, he's definitely one actor of the opinion, you know, use your time as much as you can and just be out there all the time, which is what has kept him, you know, right up
there. And the man has been very, very like astute in terms of understanding the way things are going. So he also managed to release 2 films on the OTT, did not only go with the theatrical releases, which I think is what makes him tick all the time. He's constantly tick. Yeah, we're not promoting that. But anyway, but what we're saying is that he is somebody who's changing with the times constantly, Suchi. That's what I could kind of understand.
Always. But yeah, more power to him. He recently celebrated a wedding anniversary, if I'm not mistaken, with his wife, Twinkle.
Nice. What's her real name though?
Tina.
Well done. What's his?
Rajiv Bhatia.
Well done. 20 points to you.
Gila.
But Suchi, आज तो मैंने diaper पहना है. Oh, अच्छा, fair, thanks.
You know, that was my version of Urmila singing.
For all you people who are not being able to see this, the quivering lip and the chin. Yes.
Well, speaking of Gila Pani, why? Because our next story is about the ocean. And you know, when you think about the ocean, you think about Goa when it's India.
Yes.
Okay. When you think about Goa, you think about, you know, exciting things that happen on the beach. Now, something very exciting happened to
imagination is just
something very exciting happened to one Goan uncle. Okay.
What meant?
Yeah, what meant? He said at the end of it, he said, "Oh, Deva Paolo, me Deva Paolo." You know, because he couldn't believe it. Yeah, he couldn't believe it when he actually witnessed early morning Deepika Padukone coming out of the ocean. A la Bo Derek. Can you believe it? I mean, like...
No, she just randomly does that at like 5:30 in the morning. Okay, I'm going to go to Goa and I'm going to come out of the ocean.
Come out of the ocean. No. I don't think she was...
Context, please, Suchi.
The context is this. Okay, Gehraiya, the movie. Well, she was shooting with Siddhant Chaturvedi, who has...
hydrophobia.
Yeah. So he is very scared of water, okay? And they've been trying to get him into the water for this movie. And they should have just told him, Chullu be pani do. You know, but that might have helped. But then again, they didn't do that. So there was Dharya Karwa, who's also the other actor from the film. And apparently all of them were trying to get Siddhant to go into the water and all of this. Meanwhile, on the beach, so Siddhant didn't want to go to the water, so they were trying to push him. Okay, they had wrapped up the shoot. They had done everything together as a team.
But
so
they managed. Finally,
they managed. So 4 of them have gone into the water or whatever. And then, but at that same point, there's one Goan uncle. You know, he was walking on the thing, and he must have just casually looked. You know, at the water. Kone? There? Hey, Kone? And then Kone became
Deepika Padukone.
Deepika Padukone. So Deepika Padukone came out of the water, and this fellow was just searching for his phone to kind of take a photograph or whatever. He must have said.
Basically, he was not being sleazy or anything, Suchi, but basically he wanted to show proof. His
proof
family.
That at 5:30 in the morning, you know, I'm not
Deepika does emerge from the waves.
Of course.
Once in a while.
Yes. You know. So if there's anybody from his family, uncle, there's his uncle who was there on the beach.
You were
said,
right.
Yeah. He said, Zezis, this is Deepika Padukone. Ye kone, Deepika Padukone.
And you're right, it was her.
It was her. Okay,
Yes.
so it was her and he did see her. So in case he doesn't have a photograph. Uncle! Hey uncle! Hame jana hai. In other words, we have to leave because of course everything good must come to an end.
Suchi is such an amazing lyricist. Do that again, please.
Hame jana hai. We have to go because all good things must come to an end.
Absolutely, Suchi. And it's been, as always, amazing, alluring, magical.
Yeah, of course. He just wants to use a whole lot of words. But the fact is that we will come back with more words from Bollywood for you right here on Hear It Here with Sudhi and Suchi. Hear It Here with us.
Suchi, एक शेर सुना ना.
Oh.
Here it here with Sudhi and Suchi.